Prince, I am ashamed. I am truly ashamed. You, the man who bought us hits like 1999, Purple Rain, and Kiss, Seven, and songs like Black Sweat recently, made huge comebacks after years of struggle. How could you do this to people who love you and love your music? A few days ago, I found out that a video that I made on one of my 2 other channels on YouTube was deleted by your publishing company, Controversy Music, because it contained memorabilia that was protected by copyrights. All I personally was trying to do was show off my CD collection of yours, to show how proud I was to be a Prince fan. And I happen to know from reading on Prince.org and a lot of other websites that videos that possibly reflect in the thousands have also been deleted, just because they mention your music in context with your name. Why have I always admired you, Prince? Is it the fact that you're controversial? Is it the fact that you say things that aren't popular? No. From the minute you started your career with Warner Brothers, you insisted on producing yourself from the get-go. You talked about sexual and personal freedoms in your music for years, even up against people like Tipper Gore, who wanted to censor you, along with many other people. And in 1993, you told the American people that you were never going to use the name Prince again because you felt it was going against your personal freedom. And in 1998, you recorded a trio of albums with Larry Graham, Chaka Khan, and yourself with a word as bond policy. You created and released music without the use of contracts. That was unprecedented. And then, in 2003, you started saying the internet was over for you. You didn't want your music on YouTube, and I understood that. It's your music, and you have the right to protect it. But just remember one important thing. I'm not some kind of fanboy of yours who just loves you because you're androgynous or because you are unusual or eccentric. I've heard all kinds of terrible things about you. About how you snubbed Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band, about how your late guard, Chick Huttonsbury, actually crushed a camera of a young fan when they were trying to take your picture, about how you allegedly threatened Sinead O'Connor with bodily violence in the early 90s. And I believe none of it, because I thought I knew what you stood for. But I don't know anymore. My faith in you as a human being is shaken, Prince. To me, you've always stood for freedom. Freedom of music. Freedom of social and sexual liberation. And now you're going on YouTube and all over the internet to try to take those freedoms away from people who really admire you. Now, Prince, I have one thing to tell you from the bottom of my own personal heart. Your fans out there can make or break you. You have a new song coming out called Screwdriver. Does it mean you're trying to screw your fans over? People who care about you? This has been faced by a lot of people who you've admired before. Miles Davis, John Lennon. I realize you may have an insecure ego, but Prince, I am so disappointed in you. That's all I have to say. I am so disappointed in you, Prince. Try to do better by us. Do right by us, the people who care about you. And that's what I have to say to you about what's been happening with YouTube and your views on people who try to admire you.